What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on my 5-liter Ranger, and there's not a whole lot of room in the engine bay to put a turbo, so I think I might have figured out a solution for that. What's up guys, I'm Trevor from Motion Auto, and we're giving away this 2022 Kia Telluride and $20,000 cash. All you got to do to get entered for a chance to win this thing, head over to MotionAutoTv.com, grab one of your favorite products, and you're automatically entered for a chance to win. Click the link. I have a ton of work that I actually need to do on my Ranger, and I have a surprise right here in the bed. Check this out. Oh, check that out. So, this is a GT45 turbo.
Not big at all.
I mean, it's actually, that's pretty big looking unit. And we've got an oil cooler, little oil relocation kit. I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna end up running this on this. I did end up picking up a 350Z that I would like to take to the track, so maybe we'll end up putting that on here, depending if we have time. Also, a front mount intercooler, 3-inch inlet, 3-inch outlet. Try to stuff that behind the grill of this thing, and then try to figure out a place to mount this thing.
Right here,
so,
buddy.
I have, we have some ideas.
Right there.
And Sean went to Rocky Mountain Race Week. There was actually an S10 that had a insane, it was like a turbo LS, and right in the bed of it, it had a giant freaking turbo just right here. And as soon as I seen that, I said, nice rig. You know what? I got to do it. I want to do it. And that's kind of where the inspiration obviously came from. Obviously, I mean, I hadn't really seen that before. There's not a whole lot of room up here in the engine bay. With the way the headers and everything goes, with the steering shaft, they're kind of weird. The headers are just really weird. And then with this being like a GT40 head engine, the spark plugs are sideways. So if you get like shorty headers, you can't change the spark plugs, or they just hit a bunch of stuff. So the way I have the exhaust already wide underneath the truck, basically comes like two 2-inch things, goes into a 3-inch with a V-band pretty much right here. And I did that on purpose because I knew. And obviously we have to have some sort of something to support it. And so what I have is, this is a rack that I pulled off a truck like 5 years ago. This thing's been hanging around the shop forever. So I'm gonna cut it in the middle. Obviously it's off of an F250, and cut it so it's short, and then we'll have basically an exhaust stack in the bed, and that will actually go to a V-band, which connects to a T4 flange, which goes to the turbo, and then we're going to run the intercooler piping back and down underneath the truck, up front towards the intercooler, and then maybe we'll intercool it, maybe we won't intercool it. I don't know. If we could run E85. It's going to have nice cool air going in the top of it right here, but pretty much my plan is just to see that turbo just sitting right there. I figured we're getting ready to do the bed mount turbo, and I don't want to try to pull this bed off after I've like fabricated stuff for the turbo system in the bed. So went ahead, pulled the bed, pulled the pump out, replaced the stock pump. This is actually the fuel pump that I should have put in the Evo wagon before we went to the dyno. If you guys haven't seen that video, click up the little link over there. DeechWorks 300, I went ahead and I deleted the factory. There's like a fuel pressure regulator in the tank, and then had to use, I had one of these laying around and it worked good. So we wired it up. So DeechWorks 300 fuel pump going in my Ranger. E85 turbo. How you doing?
You're gonna need all of it.
Doing great.
You're gonna need all of it.
Doing great. Yeah, we are gonna need all the fuel.
No,
we need about
any bonus you can get, any horsepower upper, any of it. You're gonna need all of it.
I'm gonna stick it in. Hey, you wanna watch me slip it in? I'll slip it in over here. I'll slip it in.
Link to the OnlyFans right here.
Yep. Hey, what does this thing go to?
What?
Is it the charcoal can? Oh, you guys don't have your charcoal canister?
Well,
That's where.
He got kicked off the track because he turned his charcoal canister into a return, and it leaked.
Oh, that's what. That's what was leaking fuel.
I did turn my charcoal canister into a.
Oh, well, that's probably what that was for.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I need to figure this out. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Yep.
Ask Blake. He'll tell you. Yeah, check this out. This was my return right here. So how should I go about doing that?
Oh yeah, it's capped, huh? That's why we use that Corvette one, because it has
Don't give him too many.
has the return built in it.
Don't give him too many pointers, buddy. This is a competition. Remember that.
You think, huh? But it ain't gonna be a competition when I win. It won't be competition anymore.
Well, you already lost one race, so there's best 2 out of 3.
Hey,
I just got to win 1 out of 2. And I guarantee I'll do a better burnout.
You can drive it. I could. You can drive. Okay.
So as soon as the heads are done in the machine shop, hopefully tomorrow, we're done.
I'll call him in the morning and I'll say, hey.
Ask them how your turbo kit's doing.
Put a rush order on it. Yeah, you guys will be doing great, and I'll just be turboing this thing. That's fine though. Sean could work on a Civic or something, I guess.
Yeah.
No, you just work on the Evo. Actually, I think there's a new project I have in store that needs body work.
I'll quit right now.
And some spot welds.
I'll quit.
You just told me a couple months ago that you were here. You were here for the long haul. Remember?
Yeah, that I didn't say anything about long haul body work.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, if we put slicks on these things like we said we were going to 2 months ago, and we started this 2-week Ranger build, you're gonna need to cut those ears. You're not gonna get any wider of a tire unless you do some stupid offset, but then you're gonna rub it on your fender wells. And you cut those ears off, those mounts.
I mean, I'd like to.
Yeah.
I would really like to, actually.
Oh, you found him, Blake?
How's Blake doing over there?
I need to find.
So we're finding Ford Ranger nuts in the turbo box. Oh.
Oh,
Blake, it did something. Oh, it didn't break. Oh, yep.
Oh, yeah.
We went through it, so.
Go ahead. All right, boys. So fuel tank is back, ready to go. We gotta lower this thing down, and I guess. Woohoo! All right, boys. So I got the roof rack cut in half. Should we call this the roof rack Ranger?
Call whatever you want, buddy, but
It lives the life of danger. Yeah.
it's still gonna be slow.
Check that out. So this is the idea for the turbo. Right here, we got this roof rack, premium roof rack. I cut it the right way.
Yeah.
And
About an inch and a half gap.
but check that out though. I mean, it's gonna be like aren't helicopters like there's like a turbine above your head pretty much? This is gonna be the helicopter Ranger?
The 17-second helicopter Ranger.
No, it's gonna hit some boost. It's gonna be fine. All right, boys. So turbo is gonna go in this general area. I don't know if we're gonna use this rack or not, but for now, we just need to get this thing. We need to run a stack, and so we got this hole dozer right here. So we're gonna go ahead and I already kind of drilled a hole up from the bottom, to kind of as a placeholder. If I could get it down in that hole, then we could try to rip our wrists, break our wrists. Ready? Oh, jeez. Oh! Sean, do you want to do this? Come on.
Oh.
I am the drill press. Okay? I am a drill press. Oh! Not a good one, but I am. Yep. Now check this out. What you do, you gotta grab this, take this, shove it down in the hole. Okay? Already got a mounting bracket on it. Turbo, how you doing? Turbo stack.
Looks great, too.
It looks great. That's right. Looks great. Feels great.
Looks great.
We're doing great.
Yeah, you are doing great.
So, we're doing it. I don't know what we're doing, but we're doing it. All right, guys, I don't know if you could tell or not, but see that right there? That's It's our stack where the turbo is gonna go. Right up there. That's not too bad. So at first I was like, I've always wanted to do this whole like turbo thing, and then I second guessed it, but now I'm stoked that we're doing it again. So we have Y pipe right here, 3-inch straight little slip joint with a 90. We have a wastegate tube right here going straight up. I'm actually gonna use these right here, these exhaust hangers, and weld some hangers down right here, so it'll actually be like supported, but it could also jiggle a little bit. So yeah, that's pretty much where our turbo is going to go. All I need to do is pull this thing down and officially weld it. We got some good wastegate priority right here. We only have a 30 mil gate, which it should be fine. It should let out all the gases out of it, and then we got that giant freaking turbo up top.
Mine tonight, so.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be driving mine tonight, buddy. Mine's freaking almost turbo. Look at this. So we have a V-bend going straight down. We got a little exhaust section with a little expansion, so we could kind of adjust it when we need to. We have a wastegate. Look at all that priority. It's like priority, it's like priority mail, but instead of that, it's priority freaking wastegate.
So how do you think the exhaust
Then
is gonna
we
be
have this exhaust hanger. Look at that hanger. It literally looks like a factory. Like you're meant to have a bed stack. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna lower this thing down. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lower it down, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stick the turbo. I'm gonna whack the turbo right there on the top.
See how much it doesn't spool because you have 30 feet of exhaust prior to the turbo.
It'll be fine. It's gonna keep my rods in there. That's the goal, is my rods are gonna stay in the motor, the boost will stay in the pipes.
How many exhaust leaks do you have on your welds?
3.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Not too bad. All right, it's coming down.
I'm gonna get my heads and go ahead with this.
Okay. Then hey, we could maybe go look at a junkyard. HTP.
Oh!
This thing's been ripping. I really love this MIG. This MIG has been a game changer around here. If you guys ever want a premium MIG welder, HTP. Link in the description. Use my discount code. Boys, so take a look at this rather looking stock Ranger. Bam! You look up over the roof and you see the spoolie boy just hanging out in the bed. Check this out. Blake, you want to go show them our intercooler idea?
Sure.
Yeah, grab that thing. Check this out. So we have the bed exhaust, and the turbo is up high, and it kind of works for a reason. Don't jump around too much, Blake. It might fall off because I haven't welded it yet. So check this out. This is an idea that Trevi Custom just came up with. Look at this thing. So we literally run the intercooler right there. We mount the intercooler back here, just like that, and then what we do is we go up over the roof with the intercooler piping. So instead of coming out of the turbo and going down over here, we'll just come out of that intercooler. So now we're intercooled. It comes up over the roof right here, down, flips around, and then right into the intake manifold. Or I think we might be able to flip this around and have it just go straight, and then we could have it either come down. We could either cut a hole right here and have it go in there, or I don't know, we could have it go, you know what we could do? We could have it go in the fender, drill a hole in the fender, and then have it go straight in. I just think that's kind of funny because running intercooler piping underneath it, there's exhaust, like right where we would need to run the intercooler piping in the front, we would actually have to run, that's where the exhaust is going, basically up underneath that, or we would have to go like snake it around next to the frame, up over the fender well, and then into there. So I don't know if that's the option or if we're just gonna do this. I'm gonna make Blake make the official decision, and we'll go from there. So we have been busy over here, to say the least. So we went ahead and we kind of scrapped the intercooler idea. That was going to take a lot of mounting and a bunch of other stuff, and I was going to use that rack, and I don't really like that rack. So with the piping the way it is right now, we'll be able to add that later, but for right now that also takes a little bit of money out of the budget too, so it kind of gives us like 150, 200 bucks worth of intercooler that we could save. And especially if we're running E85 at like low boost, let's say 7 pounds, I don't think it's really going to be that big of a deal. So yeah, take a look at this. So we have coupler city. So a little 90 to a 45 to another 45 to a 45, right here to a 45, coming right here to another straight. I need to cut this one and add it in there, add some clamps. We have the oil return right here going down, and this is actually going to go to that little scavenge pump. That'll be underneath the car or the truck. And then all we have to do right now is figure out how to run oil. What I'm kind of thinking is I have a spare like nitrous line that's 4 amp. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run it from the oil filter, because that's a really long braided AN line, and so we'll run that as the feed, oil feed, hopefully it don't leak, and then we'll run the return. We might not even do the return right now. We might just go ahead and use that as a I don't know, we might not even have to use the pump. We could just route this thing around the side. Look at this, a little bit of gravity feed right here, have it cruise over there straight into the valve cover. We'll be good to go. We probably don't even need that. Come here. Come here.
I messed up. Big. Oh! Wow, looks great. How's the intercooler doing? Or is there not?
Check it out. Well, I just saved like $150 on our budget by not intercooling, by running non-intercooled.
Look at that.
Did
you start it up yet?
No. We need to run some oil to it.
How's that gonna?
I need to find the nitrous line, and then I'll be good.
Did you not do the? Oh, you did it.
What?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Did what? Where's the heads?
The $10.
Where's your heads?
Yeah. Okay. They're in the truck.
All right, boys. So now we need. We got that unit plumbed, and this is our nitrous line. I found this nitrous line laying around the shop. We have our oil pressure sensor, which is down here, because now we need oil. We're just going to drain it into an oil can, and we'll just replace. We'll just pour the oil back in the motor after every pass. I think that'd be good. I think that's the right thing to do. I think that's what Ford would want. Right? Mm-hmm. That's what Ford would want from this thing. All right, boys. So I had to run to the parts store real quick, but went ahead and pulled out this factory sensor, and I had to go get this little oil pressure adapter thing, because it came with the right adapters in it to adapt to like the 8th NTP. So Blake's gonna do the honors, or the first startup of this thing. We got oil. Fired up, Blake. Uh-oh. Oh, it's quiet now.
Oh, exhaust leak is terrible.
Oh, yeah, only a little exhaust leak.
That's gonna hurt you big time with that.
It's spooling though. Let's see if there's any oil coming out of it. Oh, yep. Yep. It's a little smoky. I wonder if that's just that's probably condensation, huh?
No, that's really rich. It's like glass.
Water, right?
Yeah, but it's like rich too. It's like super rich.
Yeah, it's probably really mad.
There's a lot of water coming out of that. It's like missing.
Definitely a nice exhaust leak.
Yeah, it's running like
it's crazy how quiet it is, though. Like, rev it! is really rich. And hey, it has that new fuel. Has that new fuel pump in it too.
Oh yeah, it's probably flat.
I love it.
That smells.
No, keep it running. Keep it running.
Missing that. Something is missing. Look at it vibrate.
That's doing great, right?
Yeah, running great too.
It's just a little rich. Yeah, we need to turn on the fan probably. All right, guys. So, turbo obviously is on. It's got some sort of plumbing. I went ahead and I just plugged in the mass airflow sensor and this thing right now, just because it was running super, super rich. Basically, I plugged in this thing. This is that quarter horse tuner. So I had that in the ECU. I don't have the right ROM file or the right like definition file to actually tune this ECU right now. So I'm talking with somebody about getting that kind of figured out. Right now it is Wednesday at 6 o'clock, and the goal is to be at the track with this thing on Friday. Non-intercooled, probably E85 with a fully tuned engine, hopefully, if we could get all that stuff figured out before then. Maybe I could fix this exhaust. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fix the exhaust leak. But nonetheless, this thing is gonna be running and driving at the track on Friday, racing Sean's Ranger, which is currently all the way apart, but you guys will see another video on that. Again, huge shout out to Max Speeding Rods for providing us with this turbo right here. This thing, if you use the code MotionAuto, you will save 15% on their website, and that makes this turbo like $160 shipped, which is pretty ridiculous that you could get a turbo like that. And again, this is a budget build, and you know, not a lot of people can like afford nice, you know, 3,000, you know, let's say $1,500 to $2,500 turbos. But people want to build cars, they want to have fun with their friends, and I think this is a great option for anybody who wants to kind of get in the game and just start playing with stuff instead of saying, oh, I have to wait for a year to save up for a turbo and wait for another year to save up for everything else. So, really appreciate Max Speeding Rods for sending this thing out. I appreciate every single one of you guys watching. If you guys are not entered for the Kia Telluride giveaway, head over to MotionAutoTv.com, grab one of your favorite products. We have these are the other We're Doing Great shirts. But appreciate you guys watching. Sean's video will be next. He pretty much tore apart his whole truck in order to try to get it running, but we'll see you guys in the next one.